Hey Questers, and welcome to another episode of BMF, the unofficial home for all things Oculus Quest. Another day, another zombie's head blown off. Today on BMF, I'm talking about Death Horizon Reloaded, a zombie shooter coming to the Quest today. Should you tear into this game or save your bullets? Let's check in and find out. I want to start this review off by admitting something. Zombies in VR are freaking scary, especially when they pop out of nowhere and grab you. Okay, now on to the review. Death Horizon Reloaded is a port of the game Death Horizon, which was originally on the go. The game was touted as being totally remade for the Quest, and in some ways that is true. There is 6 degrees of freedom in the game, with full motion-tracked hands and the ability to dual-wield weapons. They've also added in a climb feature where you can climb certain things to escape the zombies, and hang there shooting at them, which is pretty cool. But honestly, this is the first game I've played that felt just like a mobile game with some polish. Now, before you leave the review and say, I'm not buying it, let me just talk about what exactly the game is. When it comes to story, it is there, but it's still very light. There are little pieces of the story woven into the game, but overall, it felt like I was just there to shoot zombies, and some people will be fine with that. Gameplay-wise, one thing I really didn't like was the locomotion. It uses teleportation to move around, and it doesn't have any option for smooth motion, although I did hear that the devs are working on and bringing it to the game. Right now, though, teleportation is the only option, and it can feel a little choppy. The guns work well, though, and I do like the aspect of having to pick up the ammo that is scattered around, because it makes you watch your bullet count a little closer. There are a few different weapon types to pick up, and I surprisingly really liked how the shotgun felt, as I don't usually like how they function in VR games. Aiming the gun worked well most of the time, but there were times when I just couldn't hit a zombie until they got closer, although that may just be because my aim was bad. Climbing actually feels pretty good in the game, and it works quickly, and I didn't have any issues with it. It was nice to be able to hang with one hand and fire a gun with the other. Overall, the gameplay was fine, but the locomotion really took away from the whole gameplay experience for me, and it really felt like I was just moving from one room to another to fight off a few zombies and then do the same thing in the next area. As far as gameplay length, it comes in at about 2 hours, or maybe a little more, although it does have 3 different difficulty levels, and they are said to be adding an online zombie multiplayer horde mode. Now let's talk about the graphics in the game. I have to say, it had some pretty creepy moments, but to me it still felt and looked a lot like a mobile game. Maybe I'm just spoiled with some of the new experiences that we've seen lately, but I just wasn't impressed overall by the look of the game. One thing I can say that really impressed me and creeped me out the entire time was the audio, and music, or lack thereof. There isn't any music in the game, instead it's just the constant sound of zombies all around you, and bumps, and just creepy noises. The devs did a really good job of creating a creepy atmosphere with the audio. There were times in the game that I was just totally scared of what was around the next corner, and there are some jumps in the game that can deliver some decent scares, but even with my scaredy cat tendencies, the only thing that really scared me was the audio. Death Horizon has some fun aspects to it, and if you're a lover of zombie content and don't mind using the teleportation, then you'll probably enjoy this game. To me, though, I personally would prefer to have smooth motion. If you really need another zombie shooter in your life right now, then go ahead and grab this. Or, if you're still on the fence, you could always wait until the smooth locomotion is added, and maybe even the online zombie horde mode. If you want to get the most out of your quest and the best bang for your buck, then subscribe to BMF for more quest-related content and hit that bell icon. Plus, if you're looking for more quest games, you can check out my other reviews here. Thanks so much for watching, and happy questing.